Yo, this is your boy Jynn, aka Mr. Fantastic, and welcome to Yano's World.
Jamaica to Hollywood. Jamaica to Hollywood.
Yo, what up, peeps? We're here for another episode 7. And we got the fantastic Mr. Jynn in the building.
What up, bro?
My brother.
How you doing, man? How's everything? How's life?
Life has been crazy, bro.
Sounds, yeah.
Life has been crazy. Very, very crazy. I'm not gonna lie. You see, I'm like we said before, we're trying to make something out of nothing.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's every creative in any scene, you name it. But that's why it's in the name, creative. You create. So you gotta create something out of nothing, you know?
That's a fact. So I want to get into it. For the people who don't know, tell the people who you are, my brother.
All right. So I'm Jynn, aka Mr. Jyntastic. A lot of people know me as a DJ, producer, but I do a lot of stuff. So DJ, producer, sound designer, editor, community manager for Shonen Pump. Now I'm part of a collective again. Shout out to the Shonen Pump team. I'll get into more info with that. And just trying to be a decent human being.
Okay.
Like that's what I do. I create vibes.
All right. So, well, for me, I know you from music.
Right.
A lot of people may know you from other things.
Right.
But I want to get into the music side of things first. How did you get into music? How did you even get the name Jynn?
Oh, man.
Is that a name or is
that's a nickname. That was a nickname. Yeah, it was a nickname. Whoo! All right, so we're about to go into Jynn lore. So musically, I've always been musically inclined. So like the very first instrument I ever played, touched, or whatever was a tenor saxophone. So I went from tenor saxophone into Brazilian drums. So I also play like samba rendo. Can't even say it right. But yeah, I played that, a little piano, a little guitar, and then I believe when I went to college, City College, CCNY, that's like when I first touched like my first pair of decks. They literally had like 2 turntables in the back with a whole closet full of vinyls for the City College radio station, and I was in there for days, bro. I was in there for days.
Like, you're not missing no opportunity.
Nah, bro. Like,
I feel you, bro.
Because the thing is like at the time, this was like 2007.
Damn.
Like
back.
Yeah, it was like 2007, 2000. Yeah, it was 2007. And broke college kid, never really had access to like buy my own stuff or whatever. So like the City College radio section had like everything there. So I took advantage. I was like,
as you should.
Nobody's using these decks at these times.
As you should, bro.
We have a big ass closet full of records because the City College radio station and just happened to get like promotional stuff from labels and all that other stuff. So, I was learning on vinyl at one point. But Jynn was a nickname that I was playing with as a DJ name. No, that's a lie. So, first of all, I'm an adrenaline junkie. So, ride motorcycles, trying to jump off of an airplane for birthdays, all that other stuff, right?
I'm still trying to do that.
You should. So, I used to do track and field for the adrenaline high, and one of my friends literally looked at me and said, hey, when you get your adrenaline high, it looks like you're possessed by a djinn. So for those who don't know, djinn, yeah.
That's crazy. Wow.
So, djinn,
wow.
Exactly. So for those who don't know, in the Muslim text, djinn is like the devil and or like a spirit of smokeless fire and all that other stuff. So there's like many translations and stuff. So he started calling me Jynn from that, but what really solidified it, like, is that's gonna be my DJ name and all that other stuff is, I'm a big anime head. So my very first anime, like, top 5 favorite of all time was Yu Yu Hakusho. And if you don't know, Jyn, the win from one of the ninjas and stuff. So everything just like kind of just went full circle in that sense. I'm like, I bet it's over. I'm Jyn now. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna just spell it different, Jynn. And even that, it's its own acronym as well. So Jynn to me actually stands for just your normal night. Which is also the name of my very first mix I ever made.
Wow. That's
deep lore, bro.
That's different.
Yep.
Like, wow. Like, that went through a whole...
It did.
Yeah.
It did.
I didn't...
Not many people know until you ask. It's funny because it's funny to me because like shout out to some of my homegirls who lives out in Canada. Like they came down. I want to say like 2009 where we was like really chilling when it was like a hostel in Harlem, which is crazy. They didn't even know that was a thing. And they're both Muslim. So, I'm introducing myself. I'm like, yo, I'm Jyn. They looked at me like sideways. And I'm just like, oh, yeah. No, I'm not the devil for realsies. Like, I'm just the devil on turntables.
Like, I'm not that Jyn.
Yeah.
I'm this Jyn.
Like, I'm the devil on turntables. But outside of that, I'm a decent human being. Like... So it's always fun seeing the reaction of people when I tell them my name. Like it's like you're either Muslim and you're just like what, or you're an anime head and you're like okay, like are you Jyn Mizuragi from like Tekken, or are you Jyn like the Asian rapper that was?
A lot of people would assume Tekken.
Yeah, they would.
All for it. But I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of one of those people.
Hey, it happens. It happens.
Yeah.
It totally happens. But yeah, man, that's how I got the name, and I've been rocking that nickname for over 18 years now.
Is that how long you've been doing music?
Yeah.
Over 18 years?
Over 18 years, bro. So that's how that is, man.
Nah, that's dope, bro. Like, honestly, a lot of stories that I hear when I'm here, it's like, I never would have thought of that. Like, like, when you see people, like, you kind of have, I guess, like, a what's the word I'm looking for? Okay. Pay no attention.
I believe in you. I'm an enabler, if you don't know, guys. I enable antics.
No, but, I didn't even look at it as from a standpoint of you doing, like, knowing how to play instruments and stuff like that. Like, I'm always like, I guess, I don't know. Sometimes I look at it and I'm like, I realize how really, like, musically inclined a lot of people really are.
Yeah.
And there's so much that you don't know about them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this is the reason why I do this.
No, absolutely, because every creative has a story, bro. Like, musician-wise or anything.
That's a fact.
So, it's always, like, you can tell who has an interesting story by the way they carry themselves. And who's doing this music stuff as, like, a fad type thing. It's just like, you can tell the people who said, oh, no, I've always wanted to be a rapper because, I saw X, Y, Z, which is cool and stuff like that. But then you meet the people who is just like, nah, bro, my whole family was all music. I had an uncle who was a DJ. I had my father who's a producer. And, my girl broke my heart when I was 7, and it made me write until I was 14. Like,
that's wild.
But it showed.
Real,
yeah, but you show. Like, I find that the most talented folks have a very interesting story that led them to that.
Very true. Very true. See, like the other day I was talking to Nico. And I never knew that Nico's aunt was Gloria Gaynor. And I'm sitting here and he's telling me about I Will Survive. And I'm like, I've been singing this song damn near my whole life.
Right?
I'm like, you telling me I'm sitting next to her nephew?
Yep.
What?
You never know, bro. Never know.
I'm like,
It's uncanny, especially in New York City is small, bro. Like
It's big, but it's small.
It's small, especially
Very
in
small.
the music scene.
Yes.
Like in all levels.
Yeah.
We're talking like from indie all the way to like high level shit. Like
That's
you never like somebody you know it. Especially like if you believe in like that whole 6 degree of separation.
That's a fact.
Like we all know somebody or been with somebody that's in all avenues and stuff like that. Like for me, like I actually was chilling with Charles Hamilton. Like me and him went to the same high school together. What? Yeah, Charles Hamilton. Yeah. Yeah, like me and him was playing in the auditorium. He was in piano and I was just bullshitting on the sax.
See,
Like
the type of stuff
that's shout out to Chuck. But yeah, like I'm on one of his songs.
Really?
It's early project. I don't know if he released it yet, but I remember going to because the high school we went to, Frederick Douglass Academy, up in Harlem. I'm originally from Harlem, born and raised.
Okay. So was that man?
So, my high school always had this thing. It was like, we're going to create program, because like one, it was like a college preparatory school, but they always created programs like after school programs because, you know, Harlem back in the 90s, early 2000s was not gentrified at that point and it was like a rough area.
Yeah.
So they always wanted to have the kids to go have somewhere to go and do stuff. So my school, thankfully, really invested in a lot in the arts and sports and all that other stuff. So like we had a Harlem lacrosse team. We had
Harlem lacrosse team.
yeah, they were doing big things too. They're still doing big things.
Wow.
They actually built a recording studio and a TV studio on the 3rd floor for us.
What?
Yeah. So Charles and shout out to HO. They really HO mostly, if I remember correctly. I might be wrong, but it was so long ago. But you know, they was really wanting to create like a recording studio for, you know, all the people who was like music inclined, and it was like they didn't want to join like the band. But that's also like where I learned the saxophone, and we also had like a samba band and stuff like that. So that also gave the opportunity for like Charles to be able to record his Brooklyn girls from that fucking studio.
That's wild.
Yeah, so in one of and again, I'm not sure if he released it, but it was one track that it was kind of like Eminem-esque in a sense, where it was just wild, crazy. Charles was just pretty much talking about like how he's gonna eat his competition in a sense. And I ad-libbed in one of them. I was like one of the people that was just like screaming and stuff like that. So I've known Charles for a bit. I mean, we disconnected for a while because, you know, we all do our own thing, and then, you know, we came back together. But there's a whole bunch of, but that's what I'm saying, like with the whole 6 degrees of separation, like you just don't know who knows who's chilling with who in X, Y, and Z like that. Like like right now, shout out to my homegirl Zane. She's so she's a dancer. She's out in LA. She's doing big things. She danced for big name folks, Beyonce, a whole bunch. And funny enough, I know her because of Raccoon, but with that 6 degree of separation as well, I found out that she also was in the same dance company my cousin was in.
That's wild.
So like, I'm at my cousin's like birthday party, so she's like, "How do you know her?" I'm like, "This is blood right here." Like, and she was like, "Word, tell her mom I said hello." Da, da, da. And then I mentioned, and it was like, "Oh my god!" And I'm like, "Yeah, this city is small, bro. This city is wild small, bro."
Even you mentioned Raccoon, like I went to school with his little brother.
You feel me?
Yeah,
I'm his official DJ.
That's
Yeah, Raccoon. Yeah, There's only 3 artists that I claim.
that's crazy.
Him, Eric Martin, and C Flames, I believe. if she's still under that name, I gotta go back to you. We got a song together.
Commander Flame?
Yeah. I produced a track for her.
Okay. Damn.
I gotta release it, but you know.
What is that an upcoming for 2025?
Yes, I've been holding on to this for far too long. I'm a perfectionist and I got funny enough, if I've been releasing shit more now than I have in my entire 16 years, of original production shit.
Why you feel that is?
I'm a perfectionist. That's my problem. I am way too much of a perfectionist. But what I've come to realize is if you hold on to it for too long, you'll never release it.
Yeah.
And it's never gonna be perfect.
You're right. You're absolutely right. You know what's crazy? I saw a quote like that earlier on the gram. It's weird that you even said that. It's crazy.
Whatever you got holding on, release it, bro. That's
Bro,
God
I've been
telling you
holding
right
on
now.
to songs yo,
That's God telling
I have
you
this
right
Jamaican
now,
song,
bro.
called Hold On Wait,
Mhm.
that I've put out previews,
Mhm.
and people are like, yo, I love this song. And I was supposed to put it out, but the thing was, when I recorded it, the preview that I put out wasn't on the beat that I actually bought.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought the beat,
Mhm.
but I still have to re-record it. Well, not really re-record it. I just have to switch out the beats.
Okay.
Yeah,
So do it
I've
and
been
do it.
playing games, bro.
Yeah, just
Like,
do it and do it,
I
bro.
gotta
Just
get back to it.
do it and do it.
I gotta get back to it.
Yeah,
gotta
listen,
get
man.
back to it.
What's funny is my therapist has been on my ass about this. Yo, she was like, "Why are you so frustrated?" It's like, "Cause I got all this music, I gotta put it out." She was like, "Put it out." Not why don't you put it out? What's stopping you from putting it out? None of that. It's put it out. By next week, I want to hear you drop 2 songs. And I did. Because, if you start thinking why you ain't do this, that's all you're going to keep doing. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Heard you, sis. Heard you. Heard you. I got you. And I released edits.
I'm gonna get to it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get to it. But I know a lot of people might be confused. Sometimes they see. They're like, I don't know.
What he
I don't know.
is.
Is
he
he
white?
Spanish?
Is he white?
Is he white?
Is he Asian?
Is he Asian?
All right.
Talk to me about early life, bro.
Oh my God.
Get into it.
All right. So let's set the. I mean, I've always said this. It's never been a secret.
That's a fact.
If you talk to me, you would know, and
if
then
you
you
know,
see.
Jyn, you know.
Yeah. I am a first generation born and raised Dominican and Guatemalan kid from Harlem. I am both Hispanic and Latino. I am a double whammy. Mom came from DR, young age, to New York City, met my dad, who came, was he born here? I don't know. Same thing, father's side, from Guatemala, over here with the whole American dream, all that stuff. Now, yes, I am aware what I look like. I am 100%. And before, growing up, it used to bother me. Because, I'm Dominican, yet I have not an ounce of melanin in me, bro. Not one. And it annoys me. I know. And, growing up, it used to bother me a lot, only because it's I felt excluded from everybody, in a sense. I wasn't white, so I couldn't really have that same experience as a white kid, I'm Dominican, and and growing up in Harlem, it was predominantly black and minorities of all, because New York City, especially back in the 90s, around that time, it was a real podge of different ethnicities, the whole fucking Caribbean diaspora was in New York City, bro. Insane. But yeah, so I didn't look like a Dominican kid. I didn't look like a Guatemalan kid and stuff. So I've always had that feeling of exclusion growing up. But now that I think about it as I'm older, I'm actually happy that kind of went that way. only because I felt othered while growing up. I always wanted to feel like I belong with like-minded individuals, not necessarily like on appearances and stuff like that, because that's what people were judging me on what I look, not on like what I was doing and stuff. They was like, oh, he's a white kid. I mean, you know how many times people now, like even still to this day, they're just like, oh, you a cop? I'm like, no, bro. Like,
What?
yeah, like you.
Why?
I'm like, bro, give me my pre-roll. Like, what are you doing? Like, the fuck?
Like, this is fun.
But
It's like, what?
and so I've always been, like I said, I've always been other in that way. But I take it as, because I was so adamant into finding like-minded people, like, you know, good nature, personality and stuff, I found myself gravitating to everyone, not just one demographic or whatever.
Sure.
And because, like, you know, my family's a big family, I had family in like Queens, Brooklyn, Bronx and stuff like that, and all parts of Manhattan. So, you know, I would hang out in Brooklyn with like my cousins and stuff like that. And in Brooklyn, I'm chilling with Jamaicans and Trinis and stuff like that. In Queens, I'm chilling with the South Americans and all that other stuff. So I've learned to appreciate the beauty in people and culture more, because I felt like I didn't have my own while growing up.
So that basically helped you find your identity.
Yeah, so
I get that.
exactly. So, I mean, granted, I am Dominican as fuck. If you get me drunk, you'll hear it and see it. I am a fucking bachatero at heart, bro. You put on the pring pring music, it's over.
Pring music.
It's over, bro. It is over. I go from Jynn to Juan in less than 20.
Yeah, okay.
But also with being Dominican, which is its own funny situation, and my family is all colors. Like, I have family members, your skin complexion, all the way up to me. So I was already surrounded by various types of people. So I found myself comfortable in all these spaces. So that's how I'm able to be comfortable in all these spaces that I DJ at or who I meet. And the thing about me is I love culture so much, of everything about it, the identity of it, how it influences people and stuff like that. I find myself being hyper fixated in certain stuff. And it kind of shows in like the music I play and stuff like that. So like I heard ballet funk one time in my life, and I'm like, okay, where's this from? Where's this? And then I find myself researching the whole fucking thing of the favela over in Brazil. And then when I was in City College, I was definitely exposed to a lot of like all different types of islands of the Caribbean and the Caribbean and the West Indies. So all of a sudden, I'm knee deep in soca, like just learning what carnival is, to what carnival looks like in Trinidad, what carnival looks like in Grenada, what carnival looks like in St. Lucia, like all the island and all the different types of soca. Because like a lot of people think it's like, oh, soca is just this one. I'm like, nah, bro. Like if you go to every island, it's different in some other thing. Like right now, I just got put on Tabuyan, bro.
What is that?
I'm not gonna answer that because I don't remember where it's from, and I'm not gonna get myself in trouble. I'll get back to you on a post. But it's fire. That I will say. But yeah, so like I said, like growing up, again, knowing what I look like, I have like pseudo white privilege. People treat me like I'm white until they realize I'm not white.
By that time it's too late.
Yeah. I get funny run-ins with cops, bro. It's
What?
interesting. It's very interesting. I remember one time, like, again, this was like Harlem back in the Wild when it was the Wild Wild West. It was me and like two other friends of mine. We just got out of school and like we were headed home or some shit, and it was like at night, and the cops literally stopped us and was like, "Oh, where you from? Where you going?" And another cop kind of like separated me from them, So he was like, and he was, he was being like really courteous, while the other ones were getting like third degree interrogation, like where y'all coming from. And he was like, yo, are you okay? Where you at? I'm like, I'm coming home from school, bro. Like, with my peoples, and he gave me the identification. And now my last name, which I'm not gonna say on here, but it is a Guatemalan last name, so it's exotic or whatever, right? So I'm giving him my school ID, and then he sees my last name, and he was like, "Yo, where you from?" I'm like, "Well, I was born here, but my mom is from DR, and my dad's Guatemalan," and whole attitude just like switched, bro. I was like, damn! That's what I said. I got pseudo. They treat me until they find out. But yeah, it's been, out of the 35 years, I'm aging myself, of my life, I can confidently say I'm comfortable in my skin, who I am, what I'm able to do, and all that other stuff.
Oh, that's great, bro. That's freaking awesome. A
Took
lot
a
of
while.
people don't get there.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Sometimes it takes people a lot longer, and some people just don't get there at all.
Yeah.
It's great that you actually are able to get there and know that you got there.
Yeah, it took a while though, bro. Cause like, as a racially ambiguous person, having to deal with from your own folks that you do not look the way you're supposed to look. You don't act the way you're supposed to act. You don't this, you don't that. And it's just like, bro, who want me? And at the end of the day, I just gotta be like, I want me. I'm me. This is who I am. This is what I do. And I don't need other people's opinions to determine that I am a Dominican Guatemalan. You feel me? Like, granted, I may be an odd one, and I will admit that. I am one fucking odd-ass one. But I, too, want to fucking listen to Anthony Santos on a fucking Sunday morning. I, too, want to make plátanos and salami all day, every day, bro.
Platanos.
Like, and I have a real Dominican experience family growing up. So it's not like, it's just I don't assume things about other people because I've been hit with all those exceptions. And every time somebody assumes something about me, they always get it wrong. So why am I, like, you don't know. So it took a while. It really took a while. But now it's just like, I know who I am. I know where I'm from. I know my lineage. I know the whole thing. So there's nothing you can really say to me. It's like, oh, you look like a white kid. I'm like, okay.
Word, man. I tell people this all the time. I'm like, yo, people's perception of you don't make you who you are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
yeah.
And once I figured that out, bro, my life became so much happier.
Oh, absolutely.
I stopped caring what people think.
My fucks have left me in 2012, bro. In 2012, bro.
Yeah.
It's done. I can't. Not anymore. Life's already hard, bro. I got bills to pay.
The next thing I really wanted to get into
Alright.
was I asked Mainstream as a DJ because don't get me wrong, like I do a little thing here and there, but I'm not a DJ.
Right. Okay.
This man messed up one day and left me in charge of a party.
How dare you?
And
Why would you leave him
I
that?
I was scared out of my mind, bro.
I can feel, I know, bro. It's scary up there.
I did not know what to do.
It's scary. It's
But
scary.
I handled it well.
I'm glad
It
you
was a New
did.
Year's party.
Woo! Why would you give him New Year's?
Bro, him and Clay, bro, left me.
Yo, Mastermind, when you watch this playback, you ain't shit, bro. Why would you do that?
Left me, bro. Left me. And I was like, I'm like sweating. I'm like, yo, where the hell is John? Where are they?
Where are the people who do this for real? Like,
Bro, it was not me. It was not me. I swear, it was not me.
I am an artist. I rap. I sing.
Like, when it came to him, I asked him, like, what was his, biggest challenges as far as like music What do you feel like? Do you feel like you had any big challenges? Like, was it hard for you to get to certain places or do certain things?
I mean, my challenge has never been on the art side. Like, because like I said, I've always been creative. I've always been music inclined. Like, I've always loved the thing that is music, what it does to you as a person and everything else, the journey. Like, it could be your coping, it could be a thing that gets you through the day, it could be your spark of energy. Like, the creative part has always been the easy part. What trips me up, or at least it did in the beginning, for me, the hard part was the business aspect of it. Because what I think trips a lot of people is the business part of it. It's really turning your passion, your creative outlet into like a business model, even though every fiber in your being is like, this is wrong, you know? But that was a challenge for me because, you know, when I was starting out, like, I always felt like I hadn't accomplished enough in order for me to charge the amounts that I wanted to, or I never really understood the purpose of an EPK, or you know, like having actual like physical evidence of like not even just flyers, like pictures, videos, and you know, and stuff, like marketing yourself, like again, part of the business thing, like really market myself. So I always, like, for me, that was always been my biggest trip up, at least in the beginning portions of it, was transitioning my passion into a business and marketing myself. Because at the end of the day, like, yes, you know, you want to create a vibe, or like as a DJ, you want to create a space where people have fun, people dance and stuff like that. But you also got to think about it as a business as well. Like, you are responsible for the vibe of the area. And if these people are having fun and dancing and sweating, they're going to go drink. And then if they're going to go drink, then the bar is good.
And basically, you set the stage.
Exactly. So I never truly understood that until I started throwing my own events. Because I've always been a part of things. I've always been part of situations and stuff like that. And I understood it, but you don't really understand it until it's your own thing. And it's like, and from there, it's just pretty much trying to balance your creative integrity on what you're trying to do with the business aspect. Because some people, you know, will take that creative passion that they know of and get so caught up in the business, they kind of dilute what they were trying to do in the beginning. So for me, I didn't want it to become that way, because at one point in my DJ career, once I kind of got the business like part down and marketing myself, bro, I was spending every weekend, like from Thursday to Sunday, doing something at some club, at some place, everything. And it got to the point where it just felt boring, bro. Like it wasn't. It felt like a job. Like it felt like a 9-to-5 job. Like I went from my 9 to 5 into a fucking 8 to 4. Like,
Damn.
and that's not why. And that's not why I wanted to DJ. It wasn't because of like the fame that everybody also XYZ and all that other stuff. That was never been my thing. It was like, oh, I want to be a DJ because I want to DJ a festival. Big whoop, I did it. There's really nothing behind it. I had to like take away from myself from situations, because around that time I was knee deep in business, whatever, that kind of felt like it was taking the soul of why I wanted to do this. So after taking a step away from there, I was like, all right. I knew that when I was doing just purely the creative stuff, I wasn't getting gigs that I wanted. Once I did the business stuff, I still wasn't getting the gigs that I wanted, but it was consistent.
Yeah.
So I had to find the middle ground. and stuff. So I can honestly say I'm at that point now. I'm doing gigs. Like, I'm not doing a gig every weekend because, first of all, I like my sleep sometimes, and I have nothing to prove.
I do too.
But also, I'm more of, if I'm going to take a gig, if I'm going to be a part of something, it needs to be impactful in some way.
That's the same for some.
Even if, yeah, absolutely. But and it doesn't have to be like a grand thing, you know, like we're doing this party for humanity, like type deal, you know. Like I give an example. I'm part of a DJ collective, Shonen Pump Party. So Shonen Pump, for those who don't know, we throw anime Caribbean parties.
What?
Yes. I will show you videos and you would freak the fuck out.
Listen, I'm Jamaican, so you know.
Oh, boy. So
Caribbean.
bro, our anniversary is on Labor Day, so we've been doing this for like 3 years, and we had Father Phyllis, Motor Chief, and Linky First perform.
Well, with things fun.
Yeah, last year we had Father Phyllis and Classic Fresco Bar perform on our anniversary. Yeah. So, but that's what I'm saying, like, impactful in that sense. Because shout out to my boy Control Freak. Funny enough, all the DJs in that collective, there's about 7 of us. We all started at City College Radio together.
Wow.
Yo, we all went away and just like assembled as the Avengers. Like, like it was insane how that all just like worked out. But yeah, so. And the thing is like, we're all anime heads ourselves within the thing, but it's just funny, like, not, like, unless you talk to us, like, you don't really know, unless you know. So, again, all the DJs that's in this collective, we've been in the club circuit. You name the club, we've done it. You name the festival, we've done it. You name the type of shit, we have done it. Half of us is international. Like...
Give me some festivals. Throw some out there.
Fuck.
Let them know, like, this man is international, people.
I mean, I spun out in Ibiza for like a week. That was fun.
Talk to him.
Twan was doing shit with Cranium at one point.
You know, I went to school with bro.
Who?
With Cranium.
Get the fuck out of here. 6 degrees of separation, bro.
Like, that's my bro. My
I need a dub plate, bro.
My bro.
I need a dub plate, bro. Stop playing.
My bro just shot his video and Cranium pulled up. I was supposed to pull up to the video shoot.
Right.
But when I passed by, like, I didn't see nobody. So I'm like, I don't see nothing going on.
Oh, shit.
Next day, I see niggas posted. I'm like, bro, when I passed by, you wasn't outside. Like, nobody was there. Now I see Cranium in the video. Like, come on, bro. Like, bro, I met him in Flushing High School.
Okay.
This is like after high school stuff.
Yeah.
That was like troublemakers.
Oh, of course. It's always the troublemakers.
Yeah, so we ended up going to Flushing.
Mm-hmm.
Met him there, and he was telling me that he did music and stuff like that, and I'm like coming up as like an artist and producer.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, bro, like,
let's work. Yeah.
Let's work. You know what I'm saying? That was before he got like.
He got signed.
To know,
yeah.
Cause bro, like when that record broke,
Whoo!
it was all over Queens.
Whoo!
Every dollar van I went into.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Whoa. I'm like, yo.
I was behind this man behind math class.
I'm like, that's son. And the last time I saw him was one time I was on Jamaica Avenue, and I was doing some stuff, some hustling.
Yeah.
And he walked past, and I saw him and I tapped. I was like, "Yo, come on." What? We talked it.
Straight super Jamaican.
You know
Heard you.
Yeah, like, hashed it out for a little bit, and it just like kind of went our separate ways after that.
Yeah.
And then within like a couple of months, bro, within like maybe like 6-7 months, nobody had to know it was
Bro, that shit. Yo, that thing had NYC in a lock, man.
Choco, bro.
That was my go-to song when I wanted to like slow down into like wine shit, bro. It would go from Nobody Needs to Know all the way to Egyptians Hold Ya.
Bro, listen. You see when that song come on? I tell females like, when I'm in a party.
Oh yeah.
And that song come on, just believe if you in front of me, you're getting
You're
right.
Respectfully.
Like, respectfully.
Respectfully.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but
Now I have one song that I'm like I need a designated person to dance on. I have one song, but I get it. I get what you say.
bro, it just got that vibe.
Woo! What?
I'm not gonna hold you. Like, what's his name? Elamar? You do something with that beat. You do something.
You did, bro. That shit, yo, man. I literally tell people on the mic, like, if you're not dancing with somebody at this point to this song, you're the one fucking up.
Yeah.
Fellas, do something with yourself. Ladies, do something with yourself.
I've gone into that song to the point, bro, where my bro Jonathan and Kieran can attest to this. I was on a party bus one day, and I was just, usually I'm the person that's just, I'm chill, I'm quiet, you know, I'm laid back. I don't say nothing to nobody.
Right.
If I don't know you like that, I'm not.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You're in the
I'm
cut.
just chilling, bro. You know, Shorty will come over like, oh, you're not dancing. Why you not dancing? I'm like, I'm chilling. Like, she's like, nah, come dance. I'm like, yo, you don't want me to get up. I'm like, you really do not want.
You don't want this.
You do not want me.
I'll fuck up your whole life.
She's like, nah, bro, pulling me. So I'm like, I bet. So got up. We on a party bus. It's a row of seats on that side, row of seats on this side. And when I turned up, put on the seat this way, bro. Started going in. Bro, I shit you not. Shorty looked at me and asked me. She was like, "Are you a stripper?" She was like,
"No, I'm Caribbean, bro."
She was like, "Do you like you dance
like for real?
Like she was like
what night?
You need a manager?" Like, bro, I shit. Word to everything I love, bro. And like I was just flabbergasted because I'm just like, this is just how I dance.
She ain't catch
You know what I'm saying? Like,
caught
that's
the
just how I
wickedest
dance.
wine, bro. Caught the wickedest wine.
But you know, that was back in my heyday in my 20s. I'm an old man now.
My legs. Yo, I am
legs.
paying. Yo, bro, I am paying for half the shit that I've been doing.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Bro,
See, when you
like,
said 35,
yeah.
my 35 is like 2 months away.
like,
I know, bro.
I was there when Daggerin was like brought to the States.
Yeah.
I blame you, Scarrett boy. I blame you. And you're my best friend's cousin. I'm gonna let her know to let you know. But I knew I was wilding when I hopped over like a 6-foot dude onto a girl, and I'm just like, I'm good. I retired after that. I was wild back in my day.
That's that Spanish shit. You hopping over 6 foot.
On Too Short? Yeah. Good times. Listen, my boy jumped off a fucking Tahoe truck on Too Shorty. Like, Daggerin has cost many people knees and backs now, bro.
Did y'all hear what this man just said?
Those rooftop parties in Queens were crazy.
What?
I've seen some things.
I'm not even.
I
don't even want to know.
Bro, I'm at a point now, like, when people try to invite me to the club, I don't want to go, because, like, A, it feels like work, and B, it's like I've done mad, wild shit, bro. The sheer amount of crazy shit I've either done, been to, or DJ'd and or witnessed is insane. Like, what's left, bro? The only thing I really need is just, like, a midget strip club. Like, that would give me bingo. Like,
I mean, we could look into that.
you let me know. I'll go into that, because, like, at this point, bro, I've been into it.
You know I represent for the vertically challenged, so, you know.
You know what? I'll spin that for you, bro. What did I say? As long as it's impactful.
Don't try to steal my shit. Like,
I'm not.
No, not you.
Oh.
Them. Like, don't try to steal my shit. All right, Jynn, we gonna talk.
We'll talk. We'll definitely go talk.
Yo, as far as everything that you've done so far, bro.
Yeah.
I really want to know, like, what do you feel like your biggest accomplishment?
Oh man. Honestly, one of my big accomplishments would probably be at like when I really started focusing. And this might sound a little, I don't want to say cheesy or whatever, but not what people expected. For me, it's like when I really started focusing on my career, like on my DJ stuff. Cause like I want to say the first 5 to 7 years, I was always like I was a DJ, but I was always like helping other people with their own shit, right? After I parted ways with certain folks and focused on my shit.
You can say it.
Nah, bro, I'm good on that. Like, those people know. They know the timeline.
I know y'all.
And again, no animosity, no hate.
Absolutely.
Absolutely not. I wish nothing, like, for real, like, I hope you succeed in life. Like, point blank, period. So, the reason why I say that is because when I started that, 2 weeks after that, I entered in a DJ competition, won the competition, and got flown out to Ibiza. And then that's when I spun out in Ibiza for like a week straight, wilding, making connections. And then from there, it just went up. So all the accomplishments that I have now from, let's say 2016, 2017 has been very big up because like I've been crossing off bucket lists. Like spinning in Ibiza is one of them. Like that's off the bucket list. Throwing my own event, like a boiler room type of joint. I have an event called Bass Sessions now. That's doing what it needs to do. Doing anime cons because like I've always wanted to get into that space or like see what that's about, but I always thought it was like an EDM rave type thing. Now we have Shonen Pump. We did like we was at DreamCon this year, last year. Our fucking anniversary, we had over 400 people. Like those are accomplishments. Like those are genuine. Like I am proud of those moments, and I'm proud of my team for that night as well, because it was fucking. But when I show you the video, bro, it was fucking nuts. But coming from Brooklyn at Love Story 3 years ago to growing that, and then with my stuff with DJ, with my production stuff, like one of my edits is now over 15K, not 15. Is it 15? No, 1,500 in clicks and sounds and listens and stuff like that. Like one of my edits, and I'm like, holy shit! Cause I've been putting stuff out, so like really focusing that has been my been my big accomplishment. Like I want to say everything that I've done from 2017 on has been like, yeah, I'm here.
Dope.
Yeah.
Absolutely dope, bro.
Thank you.
Nah, you've accomplished a lot.
Yeah.
And you can't overlook it.
I can't. I try.
You gotta see what it is and realize like, yo, I really have done some stuff.
Yeah, I'm coming to terms with it now, cause coming from a Caribbean ass family, bro.
Yeah.
It's never enough.
Yeah.
It's never enough, bro.
Yeah.
It's like,
What are you doing with your life?
oh, this. It was like, oh, but you could do more. I'm like, all right, Mom, I'm gonna be better. And it's funny enough, it's like, I wouldn't say my mom now, but in the past 10 years in my career, she's like now seeing, and that's what I'm saying, 2017 and on, is like, because she started like really seeing the growth, really seeing the stuff like that. Like she's proud of me for doing this stuff. So, accomplishment. Bro, a Dominican woman, proud of you being a DJ.
Yeah, that's something.
Shorty brags. Yo, this lady brags to her friends about me, and I'm like, holy hell. Like, I made it. And she remembered when I started, and it sucked. So yeah, accomplishment, bro. Like, I mean, you know, some people would say like, oh, the time your mix played at Ultra Music Fest, that should be a big thing. I'm like, nah, bro. Like, I wasn't focused on my DJ career. That was just something I was helping a friend. Shout out to Bobby Drake of the Beat Geeks. I will never forget that opportunity. I still shout you out. We need to do work. But that again, I didn't have my own Jynn identity. Like, I just had the name and as the person, but I wasn't myself. I wasn't who I, you know, exactly. Like, I was playing music for people. And well, you're supposed to play music for people, but where I'm at with my artistic DJing, with my DJing and its artisticness is, I'm gonna play for you, but I'm gonna play for you the way, like, you know what you want, but I know what you need. Because there's so much music, so many ways to do things. It's so like, you're gonna have fun. I promise you. So I wasn't really doing that. Now I am. And you can really hear the differences in my mixes. From like way back, like 2008, 2009 to like me putting out shit like 2 weeks ago. Night and day.
I feel the same way when it comes to like music.
Yeah.
Especially like as an artist, like rapping and stuff like that. The things I used to rap about, bro, like I'm not interested in rapping about that.
Yeah. I'm not in that life anymore.
Yeah, like I'm past that. So it's like the stuff that I rap about now is just it's more focused on real world things.
Which is good.
Yeah, like I try not to get into, you know, a lot of
The trends.
yeah.
Yeah, it's insane, bro. This whole trend situation, you can really see a decline in the arts in general. Mostly in music, though.
The only thing is that I've always kind of been a little bit different.
Which is good.
Yeah, it's that I don't feel like I really fit in a category with most rappers.
True.
Like,
True.
I feel like I can hold my own with the best of them up there.
Yeah.
Which I have done.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not something that I'm like, I need to do this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to do this, but I don't need to do this.
Yep.
But the next thing I really want to know,
Yeah.
what do you feel is next for Jynn?
For Jynn.
Like, I know you gotta have some projects coming up. What's going on?
Oh man.
What's 2025 looking like for you?
All right. So for Jynn, so for me, I'm releasing 2 different projects. One is a project that I've been holding on for far too long, which is one of the songs with Commander Flames and stuff. Like, I gotta release that. Pretty much is the EP that I've been trying to put out for years. But, you know, the perfectionist in me and all the other stuff, but I got the business stuff out the way. All the BMI, all the music business stuff and behind the scene, that's been squared away. So now it's just like pushing release. So I'm gonna release my EP. The name of it is also an ode to my very first mix, the Jynn mix, the JYN. That EP is also gonna be called Just Your Normal Night. Kind of like an ode from like the start of my DJ to the start of like my pure production stuff.
So y'all be on the lookout for that.
Yes. Yep. There's that. I'm coming out with more edit compilations and stuff, like really focusing on the music production. Cause like DJing wise, the only thing I have left to do, or that's at least on my bucket list, is to do major festivals in Europe. Like, I've been on tour countless times. That's out the way. Did most of the major clubs in New York City already, from Webster, Avalon, Santos Party House when it was a thing, Greenhouse, like rooftops from here to Timbuktu. I've done warehouses. I've been everywhere. I spun in LA. I spun in Austin. Like the only thing I have left to do statesides is just maybe a couple more tours here and there for major cities. But that's gonna be with like probably Shonen Pump. But yeah, outside of that, I'm Coochie on that. But my main focus for next year is probably really releasing music, like really working with the artists that I said I was going to work with, which I have a couple on my line right now for that, and just really start making music I want to play. So, and then Shonen Pump, we are wilding next year. We are wilding next year.
All right. Now, you do a lot of different things.
Yes.
But as far as being a DJ
Yes.
versus production, which one you like better?
DJing, hands down.
Hands down?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, granted, like with music production, you're literally creating nothing from, creating from nothing. So, I feel like for me, production is, I wouldn't say harder. It takes more of my brain power that I would normally like for it to. But for DJing, it's always flowed into me.
It's natural.
Yeah, like it's always.
It's like second nature.
Exactly.
I get it.
Yeah, and I just like playing with different sounds of music that's already like been made or whatever. But you know, with production, it's like, okay, I made this one, and I made this one, and I made this one, I made this one. Yeah, it's two
different.
Yeah, for me, it's just like two different brains that are working for those.
I get it.
Yeah. Like if I had a choice, it's like, oh, would you rather? I'm like, yeah, but oh, my ring came out. Holy shit! Oh, there it is. Anyway, did not know how that happened. But yeah, like I find myself DJing a lot more than my production, but not to say I don't work on my production stuff. Yep.
I mean, for me personally, I've done production. I feel like I mostly got into production because of myself being an artist.
Right.
And trying to create my own beats.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing is, like, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, when I first started making my own beats, like, I hated it.
Oh, everybody does.
I could never rap on my own beats. Like, I would make beats. I would sit down and I would make 20 different beats for the week.
Yeah.
And I would not want to rap on any single one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather go to YouTube and find something else that's already been made that fits the vibe that I'm
I get that, because I'm just now recently playing the edits I've made at places. So I get where you're coming from with it. It's weird. It's just like, it's just like, ugh, I made this.
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? But when you go back to it, you like, you know what it was? Like,
it's like hearing your own voice for the first time.
yes, bro, that scared the shit out of me. I was like, yo, that's not me.
That's
not me, bro.
That's mute. That's
Tell me that's not me. Prove it.
At its beat making at its finest.
Prove it.
Prove it. Let me get a recording.
So, what I definitely did not know, you're a married man.
Yeah, buddy.
Since when?
For a while. We're about to be 8 years in December married.
8 years.
December.
So this is from about 2016.
Yeah, we tied the knot.
I know this because I'm like 7 years.
Yeah, and we've been together for 11?
Damn.
Yeah, we already hit, we passed the decade, bro.
11. That's a lot of different stuff that.
Whew.
Yo.
How much we have in this recording, bro? If we want to talk about this.
Yo, that's a lot of.
Yeah, man, that's my baby. Yeah, it's been a wild ride, bro. It really teaches you about yourself, ultimately, honestly.
How do you feel like that affects your music?
I'm trying to find a way to really put this in words. It affects my music, I want to say, mostly in a positive way, only because, again, the thing about my marriage, or marriage in general, like it really forces you to teach you about yourself. You feel me? Like all your
heard.
yeah, no, it does, bro. Like it does. Like, you know, if you were one of them people who are running from something, trauma, running from problems, coping, and all that other stuff, marriage will make you face that. And what makes or break it is whether you're willing to face that. So, with my marriage, how it affected it is like I said, because I was being not consistent, but doing these like redundant ass gigs and stuff like that. Going from one, I'm being drained, like I felt like my soul was being drained. And I couldn't present myself to my partner like that, to my wife, like, hey, you know, this is me and da-da-da, because I'm always drained, I'm always X, Y, and Z, I'm not coming as my best self. So she made me want to do stuff that is impactful and makes sense. So she is one of the reasons why, like, I would do a Shonen Pump stuff, or I would fly on a plane to go to Ibiza, because that was around the same time. She has pretty much influenced my music in a positive way, even though, like, she influenced it in a positive way for me to go in a good direction, but it was still all me type deal. Like, when I was going in between corporate jobs and stuff like that, she was always the one that pushed me. She was like, no worry, we got it, da-da-da-da-da, X, Y, and Z, and execute it. When I went out to Ibiza, it was like, hey, I'm going out here, I only got one confirmed gig, and I'm going to be there on Sunday. And she was like, well, you know who you are, you know what you can do. Do what you got to do. While in that week.
Yo, bro, like, honestly, I feel like as a creative, like, especially for us to be in a relationship or in a situation with someone,
Yeah.
it has to be something where they're fully supportive of what we are doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that's somebody that's gonna push you and motivate you, because this shit gets hard.
Bro, OD.
And a lot of times you don't want to do this shit.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
So
like,
that-
I joke about this, but it is very fucking true. I've quit DJing like 20 times already, bro. Yeah, I've stepped away from the decks countless times, and now look at me. I'm still back to this shit.
Yeah.
But
When it's made for you, it's made for you.
yeah,
It's made.
I can't deny that shit no more. I'm over it. I'm like, all right, bro, you got it. Like, you got it. Like,
I know you see me. I know you see me. When it's made for you,
it's made for you. So with my relationship, with my marriage and stuff, it's definitely put me in a position where I have to. Remember I told you like how I used to trip me up with like the business stuff? It's because I didn't really have a lot to lose. Now I have a lot to lose. So now I have to start thinking strategically, start thinking smarter, start, you know, in XYZ. And the good thing about her is that she's always been supportive of my DJ. It's like when we got together, she knew I was a DJ. She knew I was doing this, like in the X, Y, and Z. So there was really never like a really switch up on that sense. But now that, you know, since we are married and, you know, this is like the ultimate end goal for most people's relationships, it's now you have a responsibility. Like, yes, she still's like, yeah, you can still do your DJ shit. That's fine. Do what you need to do. Like, I was in fucking Austin, Texas, spinning for DreamCon out there for like 4 days. I got everybody who tells me, who's like, yo, your wife lets you go? I'm like, yeah, she lets me go, bro. She knows I'm out here going to be spinning. I'm going to be networking and putting my brand in a better position where I can afford to get her flown out. Like, it's the long game, bro.
She understands. A lot of people don't understand.
No, it's
It's a journey.
It's a journey. It really is, and it's a scary. And not many people. And I will give a little grace to those folks who don't understand. You have to be built to be with somebody who's a creative, a certain way.
Yeah.
Good, bad, whatever you take that response, internalize that with yourself. But it's a different ball game when you're being with somebody who's a creative, who's in the music scene, who's in acting or whatever, because there's going to be multiple highs and lows and stuff. Are you willing to be in that journey? There's been many times I've come to her like, yo, fuck this shit. I don't want to do this shit no more. Blah, 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 blah. And she would literally tell me, just like, I know you're upset. I know you're going through some things. I know you're frustrated. Take a nap. Come back to me tomorrow. Come back to me tomorrow. And we can discuss. If you really don't want to do that, then that's fine. But if you really want to do this, after this nap and everything, then we can talk about the next steps after that. She's done that to me a couple times. She's like, bro, take a nap. I'm like, you're right.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but yeah, it's a whole different dynamic. It's a whole different, it lights a fire under your ass to get shit done.
That's supportive. That's real supportive.
Yeah.
That's real supportive.
Yeah, man.
All right. Before we get out of here, want to know
What's up?
Jynn in 3 to 5. This is my new thing that I've started. So
Okay.
it's called
3 to 5.
Yano in 3 to 5.
In 3 to 5.
So let me get Jynn in 3 to 5. 3 to 5 years.
In 3 to 5, I can tell you after 5.
Okay.
So after 5, I would have finished building 2 studios here, and I would be on the West Coast for that 5. West Coast, I'm out there doing wilding things, and then 10 years, I'll be out the country permanently.
Damn.
So if y'all want to do things now,
Talk to them.
if you want to do things now, I'm on a
Today's
time.
price is not today.
I already got things lined up for the 5 and 10. Everything in between is just fun.
I said 3 to 5. He went straight to 10. Like, so you already know he's in the future. That's crazy. Yo, and I'm not editing that out either.
Nope.
That's what stated. But yo, talk to the people. Tell the people where they can find you. Where can they find your mixes? Everything. Talk to them.
All right, so you can find me on IG because that's where I usually be at. At Mr. Jyntastic, at MRJYNN-tastic. You know, Mr. Jyntastic. Very fantastic. That's my IG. I also stream on Twitch because I'd be bored sometimes. So for my DJ streams, I do every Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern. I have a couple of events coming up as well. So if you want to catch me live, October 18th, I will be, I don't remember the place, but it's an after party for New York Comic Con. And then I'm doing a Halloween party at the Rose. I got music releasing this week. I'm doing it Thursday. Fuck it.
Thursday.
Yeah, I'm dropping an edit. So for all my anime heads, I got something for y'all. That's all I got. That's all I got right now. You'll know, follow the Instagram. That's where everything I just post, just like I'm doing here and I'm doing here.
Hey, y'all stay tuned, man. Before we get out of here, let me shout out to Twins. Shout out to the Rebel 13 collection. You see it.
Peek the drip.
Shout out to y'all, man. We getting out of here. We catch you on the next episode. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Yep.
Jamaica to Hollywood. Jamaica to Hollywood. Told my haters I'm that little engine and you know I could. Jamaica to Hollywood. Jamaica to Hollywood. Been putting in all this work, can't wait for the day to say that I'm good. Jamaica to